Did you know that Social Security has overpaid millions of people? Millions of people. And even if the mistake is their fault, in many of these cases, they demand payment of the full amount in 30 days. 30 days. Some of these amounts have been in the tens of thousands of dollars in overpayment. It's outrageous. And a lot of the people that this happened to, unfortunately, are disabled. How are they going to make those payments? How are they going to make them? It's ridiculous. What Social Security will do is they will, if you can't make the payment, they will stop your Social Security payments. They will garnish wages if you're still working, part-time, whatever. And they'll even take your federal tax return money. Even if it's their mistake that they've made, they will demand you pay that money back in 30 days. In 2022, Social Security clawed back $4.7 billion in overpayment. There's still $21.6 billion that remains unpaid. Horror story, guys. Horror story, right? Don't let yourself fall into that. There are ways to combat this. Let me get into those steps right now. But first, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Duane, and this is a retirement channel for people on moderate income. If you're interested in, looking into strategies to get through retirement on moderate income, please consider subscribing. And also, please like the video if you will. And if you really like it, really like it, you can buy me a coffee down below in the description. So here are some ways that you can prevent this from happening to you. It's a horror story. Number one, check your earnings history on the Social Security website. I started doing that about 10 years before I retired. And yeah, there were some mistakes, not large mistakes, but I caught some mistakes. So don't just assume that because it's the government, they're going to know exactly, what you got paid each year. You might have gone to school. In my case, I went to school and I worked part-time in some of those years. Some of those wages they had me down for part-time were not correct. It's easy to do. Go into the Social Security website, check it out, research your regular numbers. It may take you a little time to do that, but it can really pay off in the end. You don't want something like this happening to you. Number two, let Social Security know if they've made a mistake and follow up with them. It's a huge government bureaucracy. Follow up with them, guys. Even if you've talked to them once, you got all your data in front of you. Don't assume that they're just going to go, oh, okay, guess you're right. Hey, here we go. Here's the correct payments to you from now on. No, follow up. Follow up with them. Along with that is number three. When you follow up with them, keep detailed reports of your conversation that you had with them. So, you can go back to them, obviously. Number two, in case they get back to you with differing information. Now, again, this could take months, okay? Huge, dare I say, huge government agency, right? Social Security. Be persistent. Take notes. Make sure you double and triple check those figures that you show of what you've made as opposed to what they have shown. You could be talking to numerous people at Social Security. Make sure you write down the names. Have all that information available to you. So when it does come up, because it will eventually, you got all the information right there at your fingertips. Number four, there is a Social Security calculator on AARP that you can use to check to see if Social Security is paying you the correct amount that you should be paid, whether it's under, whether it's over. Utilize that. It's a free resource. It's a calculator that you can just plug your numbers into. Check it out. Make sure they're paying you the right amount. Because again, guys, this might not come up after the first overpayment, the second, the third. Like I mentioned in the beginning, these victims didn't find out 2 years later. And what happened? All those overpayments added up to one humongous amount. that in many cases, they can't pay back because a lot of those people are disabled. They don't have that money sitting on their fingertips. A lot of people use Social Security as the main source of their retirement income. Are they going to have $500,000 sitting in their account that they can say, oh, you overpaid me by 25? Here you go, man. Check's in the mail. No. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Number 5, if you're on disability and you decide to go back to work, there is a limited amount of income that they allow you to make if you're collecting Social Security. Make sure you know exactly how much you're going to be making if you decide to go back to work, if you're disabled. Even if you're not disabled, there are income levels that you can make up to. You can't get your Social Security check and then, get unlimited income from your jobs or 2 jobs or side hustles, whatever they are. Make sure you know those limits ahead of time so you don't run into this mistake. Number 6, if you have what is called a non-covered pension plan, what that is that these pension plans do not pay into Social Security, okay? If you have something like that, make sure you let Social Security know that's where you stand. So, they don't come back later on and say, oh, what's this thing over here I see you're making or that you're receiving as a monthly payment? Let them know. Bottom line, let them know everything up front that you can. If you think it's even in that nebulous gray area, let them know so you don't run into these humongous potential mistakes that they have made or you have made and be expected to pay all this money back at once. It's heartbreaking. Some of the stories I read on this it's just heartbreaking. So there you go, guys. And hey, to my regular viewers, guys, keep those comments coming. Great information in the comments. And for you that have been watching my videos and have not subscribed, if you've ever got any value out of my videos, please consider subscribing. It's free. It's free. But guys, with those comments, keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. We are getting so much advice, good advice going back and forth in our community about how to retire on moderate income. Can't get enough of it. I have some knowledge. You guys have knowledge. You teach me. I teach you. It's all about our community. It's all about helping all of us get through this thing called retirement on moderate income without having to just scrape by. You guys have had some great strategies for me. I hope that I've taught some stuff to you as well, the good and the bad and the mistakes I've made. So let's keep it going, guys. We're going strong. It's coming up on almost a year now since I started my channel. So thank you so much for being there and watching my videos. That's all I got for today. And remember, we got this.